In this session, in this session, we are going to start a new topic that is Flask. We will work on Flask, right? Flask, Python, right? So what is uh, Flask? Flask is a Python library which is used to develop a website. Whenever we are going to develop any type of website, we can use Flask as as well as Django, which we have discussed earlier in the previous lecture, right? So today we are going to start Flask Python, right? There are some similar things uh, that is you have to create a root directory first, right? Suppose I'm creating Flask 2022. This is my root directory, right? So in which we will create um, virtual environment, right? So after this, we will create some application inside this root directory. So I'm giving a name that is root directory, right? So after this, here you need to install virtual environment, right? So we will install virtual environment. After this, we will create some environment virtually, right? And after this, we will activate this environment and we will create application inside this environment, right? So similar that environment like the Django as we have created earlier, right? So now to install the virtual environment, we need to write a command that is pip install virtual env for environment, right? Make sure whenever when you are creating or installing the virtual environment, you should be connected with the internet, right? So it will be downloaded from the internet. After all, now create virtual environment by giving a name that is, suppose I'm writing a command that is virtual env. This is a short command and you need to give a name of that environment which you want to be created, right? Suppose I am creating receive environment like VENV virtual environment, nothing else, right? You can keep this environment by another name, right? I'm keeping that name as VENV. Now, in the next step, we need to activate this environment by writing a short command. Suppose VENV and slash script slash activate. And remember that the first letter of that word script is in the capital, right? So make sure the spelling should be correct and you need to type this short command to activate the virtual environment. After this uh, command, uh, you will be activated virtual environment, and now inside this environment or or you can say that out of this folder, right? So you need to create an application or a program of Python. Suppose I'm creating an application or a program app.py file, right? So this is my Python file, simple Python file, and I'll create, I'll copy some code from the website and I'll explain further, right? So suppose in this in this file you need to write some code. Suppose and first of all, do one more thing is that after environment you need to before writing or before creating this file you need to install Flask, right? So just type a short command, that is pip install Flask, right? After writing this command, the Flask will be installed in this environment, right? So after this, you need to create a Python file with any name, that is app app, and I am giving that name. You can keep that file name by another name, right? So app.py and create a file by this name or by this extension, right? So after all, just do one thing, write some short code, that is import Flask library from Flask and import a method, that is Flask, right? So this is the library, okay, and this is the method which we are going to import from this library. And after this, create a variable of a function, that is Flask, and inside it we are passing an argument name and create a root by applying at the rate app dot, I'm passing that variable here, right? So app dot root and just give the path, that is slash, that will be a default path, right? You can give any other name after slash. This will be your sub application, right? So now create a simple function, that is that can be anything like hello world or hello, right? So this is the short or simple method, and now in this method write some statement, return hello world, just return a simple string, that is hello world, right? And make sure you have to write these two lines, if underscore underscore name underscore underscore, this is the function name, and is equal to name, right? Inside this, surrounded by double quotes or single quotes, and now write your app name, app is equal app dot run debug is equal to true, right? So this is the simple code, and these two lines you have to implement in this code, right? If you are not including these two lines, your application will not be run, right? So let's do some practical on this. Now suppose I'm creating a root directory in the local drive D, right? Just create a Flask 2022. This is my root directory, nothing else, right? And click on this and go inside this folder. And now press Control, press Shift and right click with the Shift key, and you will see that list here, and open and click on Open with Code. That folder will be included with the Visual Code, right? So this is, or you can download this folder or this application if you have not installed in your local machine. Just go to the internet and type Visual Studio Code. You will be directed on this official website, and now click on download option, and you will see there are some different applications for Windows, Linux, and Mac, right? So if you are using Windows operating system, so you need to install from here, right? Now just click on this and you will be installing. After this, this is the simple interface, user interface. Now you have entered your root directory. Now go to the terminal menu. To open the terminal, now just click on the new terminal, right? So here, this is the terminal section, and now in the terminal section, you need to execute all the commands which we have discussed few seconds ago, right? So now just first of all write or install virtual environment. Pip install virtual env, right? So make sure you are connected with the internet. So after this, just hit the enter key. It is I have already installed this virtual environment. That's why I got this message that is requirement already satisfied. And if you are going to install for the first time in your local machine, you will get a simple message that is successfully installed, right? Successfully installed. And now create a virtual environment, virtual env, or give the environment name which you want to be created. VENV. This is the virtual environment name. And now hit the enter key. The environment will be created. See this, the environment has been created. Now, after this, you need to activate this environment. Now you have created the structure of a house, and now it's time to enter your home, right? So same as we have created the environment. Now it's time to enter uh, inside this environment, right? So to activate this environment, you need to write just type V and press tab key from the keyboard, right? So we'll get this address, and now press S, and now press tab key, and after this A. Press tab key, and you will get all the path, right? Now hit the enter key, and the virtual environment has been activated. Here, what you have to do is now just install Flask. This install Flask, and now hit the enter key. It will take a few seconds, so just wait it. Now after this, you will get a message successfully installed, right? So that means the Flask has been installed in the virtual environment, right? Now it's time to create an application. Now here you will see. Now just click on the new file, first icon, right? And give the name of that file apps.py. Okay, and now just hit the enter key, and a Python file has been created. Here you can write your code, right? And before writing that code, I'm going to a website. I'll copy that code from there, right? So just type google.com, right? So inside this google.com, now click on write Flask minimal app, and you will see the click on the first link, and you will get a simple code, simple Flask code. This is your first application or the first program in the Flask. So just copy this code, this simple code, and you need to paste that code here, right? So after this, what you will do is just run that app by typing python app.py, right? Okay, so just click on that. Okay, so add two more lines, right? So if underscore name underscore name underscore. Now apps dot run and debug is equal to true, right? So that you are not including these two lines, your application will not be run, right? So make sure these two lines you have to add. After this, run python app.py. Okay, now it is successfully executed. Now you can copy these edges from here, or you can hold the control key and click on this link from here, right? It will be redirected on the Chrome, or you can copy this address and paste it here, and you will see that a program, hello world. Now you have successfully created your first application in the Flask. Congratulations, right? So this is a very simple code by which you can create a simple or basic um, program in the Flask, right? Is it clear? Or if you are having any problem, just to ask me. Is it clear? Is it clear? Say yes if you are listening to me. Is
Sorry,
it
I was muted. Yes, it's clear.
okay? So now we are writing some more codes. Now, how to make your attractive page, right? So just you can do one more thing, that is, suppose just copy, or you can change the port 8000, right? Okay, now, so at the time you have changed your port number from 5000 to 8000, right? So after this, I'm creating two directories. Look at this. The first directory is that uh, static, and the second directory is templates. Make sure the spelling should be correct, right? Templates and static. What is the working of static directory? Uh, just copy any of file from any folder into static root directory. Just I'm copying this simple file right in the static root directory. This is the very simple file, and here you can, if you run your application, you can access that file, that file, um, keeping inside this folder directly, right? Just click on this address and type static. Okay, so static activate this .py. This is your simple code or simple file which you can access directly from your static folder. Okay, so now do one more thing. Create a HTML page inside this template index.html, right? So now write a simple HTML code. This is the simple HTML code, and here you can write hello world, hello world. Okay, so you can render this page from here, right? So by importing the render template, and you need to do one thing, that is return render template and give the template name here index.html, right? This is the very simple render method, so which by which you can render your template from here, right? Now just click on this address, need to go here, and this is the very simple code. And now you can see this. This is the HTML code which you have rendered from there, right? So this is not the simple page. This is a page included with the HTML code, right? So by this way, you can create your multiple pages, including JavaScript or uh, HTML, right? So now type google.com, and here type get bootstrap.com, right? So this is the bootstrap card, right? And now click on talk, and you can see that you can you can copy the code for your tab, and this is the tab style, right? Now just copy the code from here. You don't need to write this code, just copy and paste it into your website. Now bar, I'm just copying this code. Now bar, this is the tab style. Now go inside the HTML page, and here just create a div container. See this. This is the simple output, but this is not working properly.
Mm,
Okay, don't worry. I'll show you in the next lecture or in the next session. And
Good.
okay, so here you can see that this is the very simple code, or you can render your page from the render function, right? Render template. Okay, I close that application and I reopen that to see.
Good.
Okay, activate virtual environment here. Now run Python app.py. Okay, see this. Um, this is not the proper style of the template, and I'll show in the next lecture. The output will be the same, right? So by this way, you can render your template from the template folder, right? We're just rendering this, nothing else. Render template, hit and render template and index.html.
So, mm, excuse me.
Okay, so template not found. So the name of the template should be template. Why it's not working properly? Let me check out. Okay, today's session is now over. So we will discuss the next lecture, right? So I'll show the error in the next lecture, right? So what is the error and why it is not working properly? I'll show tomorrow, right? Is it clear?
Okay.
Okay. So thank you. Thank you very much.